Kmart. Sessions says his biggest motivation to write is his twin daughters, India and Odessa.
There's not a lot of African American books that portray, or it's not a lot of stuff that portray African Americans in a very positive light, the black family in a positive light.
The twins, who are 16, also play a role in marketing the Session books by performing at events like these. Their mom, Denise, prefers to stay in the background. This family togetherness is second nature to the Sessions.
I'm an evening worker, and so he would keep the kids, and so he had to entertain them when they were younger. And so he had them write poetry and stories. And so we just kept all the poetry and all the stories, and he decided to put them in the book, and that's how the first book came about.
The first book, The Session Family Short Stories and Poetry, was published in 1997.
If you don't come back, I'm going to cry. You should know the reason why. If you don't come back, I might even get sick from the grief in my heart from this unhappy predicament. If you don't come back, I might even die. The guilt in my heart would be the reason why. But even if none of that happens, please still come back. Because if you don't, I'm going to cry, cry, cry.
The second book is entitled Odessa Bluegill Outshovels a Yellow Tractor. Its heroine has qualities akin to that steel-driving legend, John Henry.
Odessa's feet were so big and she moved so fast, the police often misidentified her as a moving vehicle. One officer even gave her a speeding ticket for doing 25 miles per hour in a 15 zone.
Session pays the bills as a tool and die maker at Boeing's Phantom Works. His responsibilities include operating a computerized marking system that identifies aircraft tooling parts. When Session's on the job at this high-security plant, he says thoughts of poetry and prose are set aside.
Some of the stuff that we do is close tolerance, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000ths of an inch. And you just have to be concentrating on what you're doing at that time.
Session's day job makes it possible for him to publish independently, a risky and expensive proposition. The two books cost $25,000 to produce.
It was part of the money for my daughter's education, but then I said, well, this is part of an education too, because they've got to know that if other people won't do things for you, you got to do things for yourself. I went through the route of sending out my manuscripts to different publishing houses, and most of them didn't even answer back. I mean, they you know, and so I just kind of got mad about it. He sat with his head down and his shoulders drooping.
But through it all, his family has been very supportive.
Me knowing that he has a love for writing books, you know, and so if we have the money to do that, I mean, we both work very hard, and so if he has the money to do that, then that's what he wants. He should be able to do that. He should be able to do that. And it may do well and it may not, but you never know if you don't try it, you know.
Since November of 2003, Session has sold about 4,000 copies of his works. He's hoping a major publisher will pick them up, but in the meantime, he'll have to win over prospective buyers one at a time. One of his newest fans is the mother of infant Jaleesa Sisson.
I'm reading to her now, so, you know, she likes to listen to people's voices and whatnot. I think it's a wonderful idea for kids to actually grow up, you know, start from a young age as an infant, just to grow up reading African American books and getting ideas. So maybe in life they want to, you know, inspire them to want to read and write as well.
There she was, standing big as day.
Eventually, Gary Session wants to write full-time. The values he's instilled in his children leave no doubt in their minds that Dad will succeed.
The next book, it'll be written by my dad, and it's about an experience that we've had when we were going to Chicago. And so everything that we do, it probably will be a book. Right now, I love to read, so I read all the time. And
So you credit your dad with that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I give credit.
What kind of things have you learned in this process of developing these books?
You can do anything you want to do. You have to put your mind to it. You have to find something you really like doing. But anything that you enjoy doing, you don't get tired from it. You don't run out of resources. And you'll get it done because it's just a part of it. So as you grow, take good care of yourself because the most wonderful part